to get any levels of consistency because sometimes guys are really good of getting out what you're asking for at the time. But when you don't pay attention to me, then I'm taking my foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah.
And that's what happens to McMahon. He has all the tools to go out and be this straight line, hard forechecker, lean on guys, break to the net, have two guys hanging over him and be a mule to get there.
Yeah.
But doesn't want to do it all the time.
Yeah, I think it's clear that it's there for him and it's not who he naturally is. And so I do think that that's a tough contrast. What really stinks for him is when you have a coach that decides, the line in The Departed where he's like, there's guys who can be hit and there's guys who can't be hit. Now there's not quite a guy who can't be hit. That's Bobby McMahon, but with scratches. It's like, this is a guy that Berube said, you can scratch it.
Yeah.
There's guys that are off limits. There's guys that we won't do it to. Bobby McMahon is unfortunately one of the guys eligible to be a whipping boy here for Berube, and he's just going to ride that roller coaster all year long. Keep the pedal down, to your point, Kip, or he's going to get the whipping. I don't know who else in this roster takes it like him. I don't think there's another name.
Robertson's been in it.
Robertson does. But yeah, Robertson's almost exclusively getting the whip. No,
Yeah.
all stick, no carrots
Yeah,
for
yeah,
him.
yeah.
McMahon at least gets some opportunity, but yeah.
In the back half of our show, Jody Shelley will join us, former National Hockey Leaguer, in town to call the Leaf Penn game on Amazon. In terms of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Did you want to talk about camp before we get to that, or?
Yes, I do. Okay, before we get into
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, and we will with Jody Shelley, David Kampf has left the Toronto Maple Leafs. I didn't watch Saturday night. I was doing something else. Did Elliot speak of Kampf on headlines?
Yeah, he did. He spoke of him on headlines. There's a tweet, like a radio quote of someone talking about how the Leafs were still shopping Kampf and Robertson or something to that effect. And I retweeted it and basically said, I just don't understand the Kampf thing. This guy is an NHL center, good face-off man, PK. I think he's a hockey player. And then it was made clear from Elliot that Kampf has left the team.
And they've suspended him without pay.
Yeah, well, I think that's voluntary in his case. I think he left.
He did, but I think he's on notice that he's being suspended without pay.
Yeah.
And that makes no sense to me for a guy that's making $2.5 million and $2.5 million next year.
Yeah.
Now the Leafs aren't paying him, and I suppose the next move on his part is to have his contract terminated.
That's the talk, is that he is considering
Giving up $4 million.
Yeah, it's 2-4 this year and next. He's considering walking away from that. So
you assume
4.8.
that he's got a little bit of money off this year, and then there's signing bonuses too. I'm sure that's involved in his last deal.
Sure.
The Leafs could ask for some of that back. It's like crazy.
So
why would you do that?
Well, here's I think a very important question. If you think that being in the American Hockey League at age, 31 or something like that, for the next 2 years, voids your chances of getting NHL contracts after that.
He's not staying there for 2 years.
You
something.
think if he just,
I agree with you. He's a serviceable player.
Yeah.
There's going to be a trade between now, March, off season, draft, free agency, July 1st. There's going to be a window where the Leafs are going to do something, and the team may say, take 50% of a contract, and they're like, no, we'll give you Kampf. Like, there's going to be opportunities for him.
Yeah.
Don't give up the cash, buddy.
Yeah. I think part of what happened here with Kampf and them was a misunderstanding, miscommunication, or just straight up not telling the guy.
Terminated.
I think he thought that he was getting called back up and not that he was getting
Which is fine. He's not. Okay, but you're going to give up $3.5 million to be terminated on the chance that another team signs you for $950. Yeah. You ain't getting 2.5. You ain't getting 2. You're not even getting 1.5.
He must be really mad.
Yeah.
Like,
I do think that he thought it was like they're going to move some people, whether
they tried.
Yarncroc or Robertson,
They
and then
tried.
he'd be back and everything would
They did
be
try.
hunky-dory again. And then I think
And it's not out
he
there.
was getting increasingly upset.
So you stay patient and you wait. And we thought with Scott Lawton hurt that he would have been called up. They chose not to. But a couple of injuries and maybe you would have found yourself back up. You don't know. But I don't get this.
I got to tell you,
Take your net and go home.
I'm inclined to agree with you here that there's nothing to be gained from picking up your stuff and leaving. Whether, whatever you think happened, this is just kind of play well enough and they'd keep you. If you were so good, they wouldn't let you go, right? So play a little better, hang around.
I do think, though, he's gotten a pretty raw deal.
Some bad luck with the roster situation, the salary cap situation.
Suck it up. We all
But
had
you're
raw
not-
deals at some point from teams. Suck it up.
I don't.
Yeah, but he's
think
not
it's
going
right.
But the thing is, it's like, to your point of play better, he's never going to go out there and, like, start firing him under the bar.
No,
He has a pretty boring style of play that, like, if the coach
I have
just
a very particular set
yes,
of skills.
it's like
He's a natural centerman.
Jackson.
Too particular.
He's a natural centerman, and he can kill penalties.
Yeah.
There's 32
But you know what
teams. There's got to be somebody that's going to
like
need
Vancouver
him.
couldn't use him. They're hanging on by a thread.
I
like,
know. But you know what he doesn't have, and Berube, I think, really requires is a pulse. You know, that like competitive punch guy in the face, frustration. I think Berube just said we don't.
Did you watch their first 10 games? There was a few guys that were
No
wondering
pulse.
about a pulse.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think the coach has not enjoyed that.
Before we move on, Real Kipper and Bourne are playing in the Eric Lindros Celebrity Classic in support of Easter Seals Ontario. Nick and Justin, along with other sports personalities, will be taking to the ice to raise money for this great cause. You can support our team by fundraising by scanning this QR code on your screen right now if you're watching on Sportsnet Plus, Sportsnet YouTube. Kipper said that we're in last.
Yeah.
He's one of the most competitive people I've ever met in my life.
I don't like being in the
And-
bottom of a.
And
Not great.
No, it's not good.
so he's going to come out.
Anything
He's going
will
to come
help.
out and fight our listeners. So
$1 would help.
yeah.
And
So-
honestly, the cause is amazing. This is
Yes.
this is a fantastic event. Get your tax receipt.
Yeah, just donate to us. And yeah, I haven't played hockey. The Blue Jays, I haven't played hockey in 3 weeks. So.
Oh, yeah, you're actually for once you're out of.
Oh, I'm out of shit. I'm going Thursday morning to my usual 10:01 to get warmed up. But
your next-
we saw-
Be worse the next day for it.
We saw Ernie Clement's hockey go viral,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
High school hockey
Yeah.
days go viral.
Yeah.
Like maybe we'll get him on the team by Friday.
yeah, I don't think so.
Nice.
He's Cancuned up for sure.
No.
God,
He's ready to
hit
give
it right
more.
to the track there.
Andy Paez, I'll never forgive you.
That
Yeah.
guy can't hit a baseball.
No,
Sure
but
could
boy,
catch
can
that
he
one.
range.
Game time.
Yeah, let's do game time. It's game time presented by Bet365. Visit the app for latest odds and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 18 plus. Ontario only. Please play responsibly. So now that I don't get to talk about the Blue Jays anymore, I got to talk about hockey now. The Leafs tonight, I forget what the numbers are for Sidney Crosby against the Leafs, but it is complete and utter ownership. As most stars who were really good during the 2010s, they really lit up some crappy Leafs teams. So a lot of them have a lot of good success, but particularly Sid. Give me a Sidney Crosby anytime goal tonight at plus 160. He's leading their goals right. He's red hot. He loves to play against the Leafs. So give me a Sid goal tonight for sure. And the Leafs are pretty big favorites tonight. What do you think the line is for the Leafs tonight?
They should be plus 160.
Who, the Leafs? Like, they should be the underdog?
Oh, sorry, minus 160.
They are minus 185 tonight on home ice against the Pittsburgh Penguins, plus 155 on the other side of the money line. Edmonton in St. Louis to take on the Blues. They're minus 130 favorites. Vancouver in Nashville taking on the Predators, plus 100. And Seattle taking on the Blackhawks at home, plus 130 on the money line for the Blackhawks, minus 155 for the Seattle Kraken. So there you go. That was game time presented by Bet365. Visit the app for latest odds and